Assalamualaikum everyone. I hope you all are having a beautiful day today. Welcome to another video of Every Person is a Story. And today, as you can see, I have with myself, he's also a Speaker of a Parliament and MP as well. I would like to introduce you all to our Milton sir. How are you, sir?
I'm very well. It's great to be with you.
Thank you so much for giving us your precious time. How's your day so far?
It's been busy, a lot of community events on, given that we're in the parliamentary recess now. So, as an MP, I've got to try and get around as much as possible to help and support as many people as I can.
That's amazing. We always see you doing a brilliant work for Forest Lake and its people. So, can you please tell me a bit about your childhood? So, how was your childhood?
Well, I grew up in Brisbane on the south side of Brisbane, went to primary school and high school here in Brisbane, and then studied at the University of Queensland.
Yeah.
So, was very lucky to have a very supportive family with my mum and dad, who were very hardworking and ran a small business. And my mum was a nurse,
Oh,
so my dad was a butcher.
okay.
So, I think it'd be fair to say we understood the value of hard work from a very young age.
What made you decide to come into the politics?
I think my life journey through understanding my family and their hard work and involvement in community probably led me to wanting to help others, just as my parents had done through their lives. So that was probably an evolution in some ways to really want to help deeply, have a commitment of helping people. So that would have been when, from a young age, learning of support and respect for neighbours, family, and friends, and probably that being carried on into my adult life of them wanting to help and serve people.
That's amazing. It's always good to help people around you and serve them with your good heart. That's really amazing. What difficulties did you face in your childhood when you were a child?
Look, I don't think there were any difficulties. I was very lucky to have parents who valued hard work, study, involvement with all sorts of organisations. As a child, I was involved with a number of organisations like Scouts, and my sister and brother both played sports and all sorts of things. And we all were able to have the gift of being able to play instruments as well and study
That's
music.
good.
So, yeah, I wouldn't say there was any difficulties. I had I would say, a very privileged and very lucky childhood with parents and grandparents and family members who very much supported and nurtured us.
So, being a speaker or an MP, what's the lifetime achievement? Like, what's something which you have achieved and you are satisfied with that achievement?
Oh, look, I don't think there's one achievement. I think being the 32nd Speaker of the Australian House of
30
Representatives
seconds speaker up there.
is an enormous privilege and probably will be the greatest privilege of my life, the greatest honour of my life. Probably meeting Australians from all walks of life. Our Parliament in Canberra, which is the capital of our
Yeah.
country, as you know, uh, welcomes around 1 million people, the most visited building in the country. So to be the presiding officer of the Parliament of Australia and to welcome and meet as many people from as different backgrounds as
Yeah.
possible, and of course of having the opportunity of travelling this great country and meeting people in remote and regional communities, I'd say is probably the greatest achievement that I've been able to
That's
obtain.
that's really great. So as you said, meeting with the people from different backgrounds. So how does it feel when they all love you and then they show their trust on you and they vote for you? So how does it feel? What's the feeling of it?
Oh, well, not everyone loves every
Yeah, that's
politician.
that's
So,
I agree with that.
look, I've been very privileged to be elected first as a Brisbane City Councillor for 2 terms and now serving in my third term as the representative for the people of Oxley, which is in the southwest suburbs of Brisbane and parts of Ipswich. Look, it's a great honour and it's a very serious commitment that I take of representing the 120 or 30,000 people that I have the privilege of representing to hopefully serve and help as many people as possible. So it's an honour I don't take lightly or for granted because I have to know I have to repay the trust that's been given to me and people who have supported me to be their representative, which means serving in the community, being out and about as much as possible, making sure the services are available from my office to really help the people who need it and to be the best possible advocate that I can.
We are also happy to have a great and helpful representative which is like you've been doing amazing work there. So I'm here interviewing you about your life story. So, sir, as we recently had the budget announcement, so most of the Labour Party members are happy about that. So, what do you feel about that budget announcement?
I'll allow others to give comment about the budget because as a speaker, I don't vote on appropriations or budget. But I was very pleased to see, I think, as all Australians were, really cost of living relief and making sure that we're seeing the government do as much as they can for as many people as they can, whether that be the tax cuts that came in, whether that be the cheaper medicines, the cheaper childcare, all of those things that, and the energy rebates of $1,000. I think all of those things go, and we've still got a lot of work to do to ensure the residents of my electorate and right across Australia are under that financial pressure. It's the number one, I guess, issue as a Member of Parliament. Not a Speaker, but as a Member of Parliament that I continually get raised with and want to see as much as we can do to ensure that families get the support they need.
Being a Parliament Speaker or MP, so what are the responsibilities you go through every day?
Well, when Parliament is sitting, obviously overseeing the running of the House of Representatives and to make sure all of the rules and procedures or policies are followed, ensuring that the Parliament is as welcoming and opening and inclusive as possible, so guests and heads of states or foreign ministers or dignitaries will be feel welcome, but just as people who are visiting Parliament for the first time, citizens get to feel that recognition and acknowledgement. When I'm here in the local electorate, it is all about the community and serving them and helping them where possible. There are other responsibilities I have as Speaker, including representing the Parliament overseas at various forums and parliamentary delegations, and also taking the Parliamentary Education Office on the road to help people and particularly students understand the importance of our democracy. And I've been privileged to visit over 100 schools across Australia.
That's right.
Taking the Parliament to all sorts of places so that kids understand that they've got a say in the future of our country.
So when I say Pakistan, what comes into your mind?
Look, I really think the determination and resilience of the Pakistani people. I've been privileged to represent a number of people who call Australia home now, but were born in Pakistan. They're very industrious, entrepreneurial, very hardworking, and the students in particular always value their family and they don't forget where they've come from. So I'd probably say resilience for the people of Pakistan that give so much back to the world, but also take care of each other.
That's amazing. Any favorite cricketer or any favorite person in Pakistan you have known or you have inspired
I've
from?
been following a number of cricketers over the years. Pakistan is well known. It's probably one of the great similarities between Australia and Pakistan, except when we're playing against each other. But also, Pakistani and Australians are very interested in democracy as well. So they are great Australian citizens who always participate in democratic processes. I've yet to have the privilege of visiting Pakistan, but it is definitely on my list to visit.
Because, of course, being a Pakistani, we would love to invite you to Pakistan.
I have met over the years the Deputy Speaker and the various parliamentarians at different forums, and I've been very impressed with the way that the community in Australia keeps close ties back home as well. Yeah,
because all the Pakistani, Indian, and Bangladesh students come to Australia, do their study, and support their families in Pakistan and their countries. So they've been doing amazing work. Are there any future projects or future planning for the people who are living in Forest Lake or near the suburbs?
Well, we've got to make sure that as the population grows and new people live here, that we have the services and supports that they need. So delivering on the infrastructure, ensuring that we're ensuring that there are good jobs and skills and training for the next generation of entrepreneurs here. They get the information and support that they need, but ensuring that they have a strong voice and to make sure that if they need assistance or they need help with things like the National Disability Insurance Scheme, as people age, that we have the proper aged care support services for families staying together, but also ensuring that the students have the options that they would like to achieve, whether that be going to university, studying a trade, or perhaps going to TAFE. So all of those things keep me busy to ensure that our community here, which is a very, very strong community, particularly with my office being based in Forest Lake. I live not too far from here, so I love this community, and it's the greatest privilege and joy of my life to be able to represent and serve them.
It really is a good community. When I was living in Ala, and I used to come here, like if I need any sort of help, if I need any sort of information, if I contact your office, they were always on time and get back to me with the right information.
Well, I'm very lucky, Samir, to have great staff.
Yes.
Every good MP always has brilliant staff.
Yeah, I totally agree on it.
And
yeah.
I am only as good as an MP as I can be because of my amazing staff who always go to the extra level of attention of detail. We try and help as many people as possible. I don't always promise to try and fix everything, but I always promise to try to make sure we do everything we can. And there are a lot of people with complex issues, whether it be visa issues or Centrelink or Department of Veterans Affairs, all sorts of issues that people sometimes need a hand with, and that is the role of my office, and particularly my number one job is always to be the voice and representative for the people of Oxley. Being the speaker is also a privilege, but I can't be the speaker unless I'm a member of Parliament, and that means working hard for the people of Oxley.
So just to clarify the people, so a lot of emails you must be getting from for the citizenship process or the visa process. So just to clarify to the people, what is the relationship between your office and the immigration? So we're getting the most of the emails from the people to follow up or to people to get an update for them.
Obviously helping people with visas and citizenship pathways to citizenship, is the key role of any member of Parliament. So I always encourage people, if they need assistance or they need information, to contact my office here. I have a dedicated team of people who can help navigate the immigration system, which I know is not always easy. But we are very keen to hear from different local residents about their concerns, and if there is any contacts that we may be able to make or representations on their behalf.
Yeah, that's really good, sir. Because if someone needs a help and they know that you are the right person or your team is the right person to help, what else do we need? Because we have people's trust. So that's really brilliant job.
Thanks, and it's I know it can be complicated for some people, and there is a long wait for sometimes, but we try and get back to everyone, and I'm very lucky to have the support staff that I do, who work closely with the department and to try and work closely with residents, particularly with their families as well, to help them with visa and applications.
Yeah. So as nowadays we're seeing a lot of people, especially the young generation, doing amazing work, or at least trying to do amazing work. So a lot of young generation must be getting inspired by you. So what sort of message, what sort of advice you want to give to the young generation who wants to achieve something bigger in their life, who wants to be a speaker as you are, who want to do the amazing work like you have been doing?
Look, I think in Australia we're very lucky to have a good education system where it doesn't matter where you're from, it's up here and what's here that really matters. So I think we're blessed to have a very wonderful education system. I guess my message to young people would be very clear: work hard, study hard, and make sure you know what you want to achieve and work towards that goal. In Australia, in our beautiful country, you can achieve anything.
Anything.
It doesn't matter where you're from or what postcode you're living in. If you work hard enough, the great Australian dream can occur. It is getting harder and harder. I know there's different pressures all the time, but I would say to young people, know your why you want to do something and why you want to achieve it as well. So I'm very inspired by the next generation. I love visiting schools, and particularly high school students with their graduations, which are coming up a little later this year. You'll see the next generation. We're in very good hands for Australia's future, because I see kids from different backgrounds and multicultural backgrounds. I'm privileged to represent a number of families here in this Forest Lake and greater region from different countries, of people who've perhaps brought their children here to work hard and study, and I love seeing that success. When I run into kids that say, I saw you at my high school and now they're studying medical engineering, as I saw someone on the weekend from a multicultural background, that warms my heart to know that that family probably didn't come here with much, but now their eldest child is now studying at university and hopefully will go on to achieve greatness. So if I play a very, 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 very small part in that, I'll be a very happy person.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with that. If you want to achieve something in your life, you have to step out. You have to start working on it. And as you said, you have to know why. Why am I doing that?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's really amazing. So we also pray for our young generation that they keep doing whatever they're doing, and hopefully one day they achieve the success in their life. It was very good to know about you. Very good to know about the beautiful work you've been doing and your beautiful good thoughts about the young generation. So I hope the young generation at least try to achieve something in their life, and hopefully they will get it one day. And thank you so much for giving us your precious time, and we keep praying that you keep doing the beautiful work you've been doing, because we really love your work. Thank you so much for that.
It's an honour to serve and a great opportunity to share a bit about my life with an experienced person like you.
No worries. Thank you so much. All right, viewers, as you saw the interview, and please mention in the comments how did it go and which was your favorite part. And if you want to see the next interview with someone else, please mention their name. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day.